Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsea. Today I'm sharing with you my 7th card idea made with the April 2026 Paper Pumpkin kit called Lakeside Retreat. This beautiful kit created 9 cards, 3 in these 3 different designs, and included coordinating envelopes. If you're interested in watching me unbox the kit to see what's inside, or see any of my other alternative card ideas, you can click on the playlist and I'll link it up there in the top right corner. Today we're going to be creating this beautiful lakeside cabin scene card using some of the contents from the kit, and as well as having some fun techniques that I'll be sharing with you. So let's go ahead and get started. So from the kit, you're going to need your large brown circle die cut. I did cut out the center with another die. It's about 2.5 inches. We used it on an earlier alternative. And so if you haven't seen that yet, check out the playlist and you can see how I used that center piece. We'll need the cabin lakeside scene to go in the center. We need some scrap pieces of envelope. This is just from the flap, and the strip, that green strip. So this doesn't come from a card base. There's a strip of it that's included in your kit. From your own stash, you need a card base. I am using thick basic white cardstock, and I'm doing it so that the score line is at the top. So it creates kind of a table tent fold. And the size is 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5.5. Then I have a piece of Peaceful Pine cardstock and a strip of basic white cardstock for my greeting, and then a little bit of vanilla baker's twine for a bow. So let's get started doing our splattering on the background. I've done a lot of splattering on these cards. I think it's the perfect texture to give to the background to just enhance kind of that sandy lakeside scene. We're only really needing the top half because we do cover up most of the bottom. And I'm just using some dark pecan pie ink from my blend marker for that. We are also stamping some birds up here in the corner, but I'm going to wait to add my circle so that way I know that they're in the right place. Okay, so starting from the bottom up, we're going to do some embossing to our Peaceful Pine piece. If you are interested in getting all of the measurements for the cardstock, you can check out my blog. It's on creativechelsea.com, and all the measurements are there. Or if you would like to get a cutting guide, you can join my membership here on YouTube for $4.99 a month, and you get the cutting guides. Or you can also subscribe to Paper Pumpkin with me as your demonstrator, and there's more information. You can check that out below in the description. So I'm using, this is the mini corrugated 3D embossing folder, and it's retired now. So you could use any embossing folder if you don't have this one. And I want my lines to run vertically, so I'm putting it in this way and then just run it through. So I've got that done, and I'm actually just noticing that I did splatter on this as well. So if you want to do that, you can. Just a little bit, just to include that texture on some of the other parts of the card. This is going to get added to the bottom of our card base. I like to use liquid glue when I am working with embossed cardstock pieces. I think it does a really good job of getting into all the grooves and connecting the papers together. I'm going to open that up and smooth it out. I'm noticing that I've got a little extra hanging over the edge, so I'm just going to go ahead with my paper snips or a pair of scissors and cut those off. And then we'll move on to the next part. You can cut this down if you'd like, or you can just add it right on top of the cardstock, this Peaceful Pine. If you want to overlap a little bit, you can as well. That does give a nice clean look, or you can just put it or you can just put it right up against the edge of the cardstock there. So that's totally up to you. Put some adhesive on most of it, but leave a little bit off so that way you can not have adhesive on that part that you're going to remove. If you do not put it just right up to the top edge, you may want to use a grid paper or your glass mat to make sure it's nice and straight across your card. And then you can take your scissors and just trim it off there. Okay, and then hold on to that. We're going to use that again. So here we're going to add these two pieces together with some dimensionals. You will want to put the dimensionals on the edge of the scenery. Okay, so put it as close to the edge as you can. And then you can just line it up so it's right in the center of the pecan pie circle. And then we can add this to our card. You'll want to put some dimensionals in the center to hold that up. And then you can also add a little liquid adhesive on the back of the circle. Don't do too much or it will spread to the openings in the circle. We don't want to have that liquid glue coming off like that. Okay, so when we add this, I want it on my left. If you want to flip-flop things, you could put it on the right. I'm going to have it come down below the plaid piece and just a little bit off to the left of my card. So when I'll have to trim off just the slightest amount there. I'm going to go ahead, open it up, smooth it out, and then again, take your paper snips and trim off this overhanging area. Just like that. And you can have a little bit more of the lakeside scene as well. This one cuts a little bit more of that off. Okay, now we can stamp our birds. I decided to go with something a little lighter than the pecan pie. So I'm doing crumb cake. And I just want it to be right outside of the circle, which is why we waited to stamp them. And then we're just going to add some details to this card. Let's start with our stamped kind of cattails. So on the envelope piece with your Peaceful Pine ink, you are going to stamp some groupings of this cattail image. So let's start. We're going to just do a full strength here. I'm adding a little moisture with a warm breath, and then I'm going to do a second generation stamp. We've talked about that already in some of the alternatives I've done. And then we're going to do another smaller one a little lower. Okay, that's going to sit on the right side behind our pecan pie circle. So right here in this area. And then we're going to do another one that's going to go on top, kind of going from tall on the right side down to small on the left. And I'm going to do probably just 3 like I did here. My original one has 4, but I don't think it needs to be quite as big. It's totally up to you. You can kind of play around with it. If you do get ink on your glass mat, make sure to clean it up before moving on to the next step so that you don't get ink on your card. So once you're done with this, we are going to fussy cut this out, okay? And you'll want to fussy cut both out. And what I like about stamping on this envelope paper is it's thinner, so it is easier to fussy cut, but it also blends really nice into the background on this lakeside cabin scene. And so it just becomes more seamless than if we were to do it on white. So that's a really nice little idea there. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up off camera, and then we'll be back to put it on our card. Okay, so we've cut those out. Let's go ahead and add them to our card. For this one, I actually want to trim it down a little bit so that it's a little more flat on that piece there. And I am going to tuck it behind the circle. So there's going to be a little bit of overlap there. No dimensionals, just a little adhesive. And then add it right along that edge. And then this next one we're going to place, I think I'm also going to cut off the bottom just a little bit. And we're going to place it just a little lower, a little overlapping, so that it looks like it's kind of all part of the same little marshy area. And no dimensionals here, just a little bit of liquid glue. And we're going to put our greeting right across the bottom. Okay, let's do our twine next, I think. So I'm going to just do a faux bow. So I'm going to take a glue dot, or you could use tear and tape, and put it right here in the corner, but on the plaid. So not on the grasses. So there's a little bit of adhesive right there. I'm going to make sure this is not all kinked up by running it through my fingers. Take the ends, find the center, and put it on that glue dot. There we go. Press down. And then wrap one side around to give you a loop. It has its own ideas of what it wants to do, doesn't it? Okay, it really wants to be that way, so we are going to let it. Okay, so we've got our first loop here, and then we'll come around and do the second one on the opposite side. Just like that. Okay. All right, let's pop that back up. It keeps getting stuck underneath. Now we can do our greeting. So I have a 1/2 inch strip of basic white cardstock. On here, I'm going to stamp the greeting in pecan pie ink, and I'm just going to do thanks. It's going to fit just perfectly in the center here. So right along that bottom edge. And then we're going to tear the sides. Distress them just a little bit. You could also distress the top. And then we're going to add it right over the grass and that bow. This bow really wants to be difficult. It wants to be a nice skinny bow, and I want a nice big bow. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to put a dimensional near the twine just to hold it in place. No dimensionals here, so a little bit of liquid glue underneath the T. And then just trying to make sure it's nice and straight, covering up the bottom of the grass and the center of the bow. And then we're going to distress the bow just a little bit by pulling on those ends. There we go. Very cute. And then up here in the top, we're going to do 2 banners. So I've got the extra piece, and we think we do cut off just a little bit. So I'm just going to trim off one side right where the dark green starts. And then about center, go up to where the dark green starts, and then go from corner to top of that slit. And then you can use your bone folder to make it curl up just slightly. Add a little liquid glue to the top. And then I'm going to place that in the top left area so that it covers up the pecan pie circle just a little bit. And then I also have a piece of peaceful pine. It's just a small little flag. And we're going to do the same thing. It can be any size. We're just going to pop that on right on top of this piece. Very cute. If you have any of the gems, you can use these to kind of bridge a little, make a little cute decoration right along that seam. Put a couple of those down. I originally had 3, so maybe I'll use up this last one there. There we go. And that card is all done. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this beautiful cabin lakeside scene card. If you're interested in getting your own paper pumpkin kit, please subscribe using the link in the description below. If you would like to see written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.